Break-In Story is probably the most played story game in all of Roblox, having thousands of active players and over 2 billion visits since its release in 2019. The game has 18 badges and some of them are simple, like finding a valuable item in the attic or saving a player from drowning. But some badges, like drinking an expired Bloxy Cola or taking the cat to the end of the game, have been obtained by 0.1% of all players. In fact, some badges are so hard that Roblox themselves say it's impossible. So I made it my mission to prove Roblox wrong and get every single break-in badge. I only need to get 5 more badges because I've already got all the easy ones. Before I start getting every badge, I'm gonna buy the SWAT because it makes survival a lot easier and also it's a really fun character to play with. Okay, that sound was really satisfying. I'm also gonna buy the extra cash game pass. After this I won't have enough to buy Heavy Sleeper, but I'm probably gonna buy it later. And now that I've got everything I need, it's finally time to start getting every badge. The first badge I need to get is Certified Pro. To get this badge, you need to talk to Uncle Pete, get the 2 items and bake the pie he wants, give the 3 items to him in exchange for Louis the Mouse, and then befriend the cat with the mouse and survive until the end of the game, with the cat following you for the entire game. Simple. As soon as I spawned in, the first thing I did was go to Uncle Pete and check what he wanted. The reason why I checked before I started exploring the house was so that I would know what I should eat and what I should save. In this case, I needed a cookie, an apple, and a cookie pie, which is basically 4 cookies and an apple. After exploring the house, I had 1 apple and 2 cookies. That means I would need 60 money to buy another 2 cookies from the grocery store. The gameplay up to the 4th day, which is the grocery store day, isn't really relevant, so I'm gonna speed it up. I woke up on the grocery store day. And the first thing I did was open the safe. Luckily, I opened the safe before anyone else and I had enough money to buy everything I needed. After that, I went to the grocery store and I bought 2 cookies and a pie dish. And then I went back home and made the cookie pie that Uncle Pete wanted. After it was ready, I collected the pie from the table and then went to Uncle Pete and gave him the 3 items he wanted, in exchange for his pet mouse Louie. And then I befriended the cat with the mouse. And now comes the hard part, surviving until the end of the game with the cat. And the cat needs to follow me until the end and survive the boss fight and the sewers. We annihilated the pizza boss, and then it was time to go to bed. We woke up the next morning, and we left the house, making sure not to forget the cat. I went into the sewers, and this is probably the hardest part of the challenge. Getting the cat across the sewers. The reason why this is so hard is because the cat doesn't know how to do parkour. It can't jump or anything. And there are a lot of jumps in the parkour. So that means every single time there was a jump, the cat would fall down and I would have to make that jump and then save the cat, which depletes 30 energy. I'll leave the full parkour uncut, so if you guys want to get this badge, you know how to do it. We made it across, but there was a problem. I was on low energy and I had to eat up all my food to get back up as high as I can. I tried asking for someone to heal me, but no one did. So I had to survive the whole boss fight without any food to heal me, and I had to look after the cat and make sure the cat didn't drown or die. And after Scary Larry appeared on the podium, it was time to fight Scary Larry. After all that, I got certified pro. And I kind of celebrated a lot. And the reason why is because this was my first time playing Breakin' in over a year. And also this was my first try at getting the badge. So I really didn't think that I would get it on my first try. I thought that it would take ages. Certified Pro is completed. It was way too easy. The next badge I need to get is Taste Tester. To get this badge, you need to survive until the last day, enter the sewers, complete the stony parkour on the right to get to the secret shop, buy a high sugar Bloxy Cola for 20 cash, and then drink it. I needed a lot of healing items, so the first thing I did was join a game, collect all the money in the drawers, and then reset. The money would then get carried over to the next round because of my extra cash game pass. The reason why I did this was so that I would have enough money to buy a super heal. Once I joined the game, I wanted to get the badge on. So I did this twice until I had 80 money, which would be more than enough to buy a super heal. I got more Robux so I could buy the Heavy Sleeper game pass. I also got my sister to help me. You'll see why later. The first thing I did was I went to the store to get a super heal. As soon as I was there, I bought the super heal for 70 cash. After that, I went back to the house. The rest of the story up to the 4th day is not really relevant, so I'm gonna speed it up. I woke up on the grocery store day with 70 bucks, and since I already had a super heal, I could buy a bag of chips for 40 and still have more than enough for the high sugar Bloxy Cola. When I was there, I bought a bag of chips and a Bloxy Cola. And that's when I realized I made a huge mistake. So yeah, I spent my last 30 cash on a Bloxy Cola because I completely forgot that I needed to save 20. However, there was still one last way which I could get the 20 money I needed. In the shop, you can buy 20 cash for the price of 20 Robux. But I had to get to the grocery store before the day was finished. So I found myself running back to the grocery store with not much time. Go, go, go. Go, go, go! Luckily, I made it to the grocery store with just enough time to get all the money I needed. Now that it was the last day, we left the house and went into the sewers. So after the floorboards rose up, it was finally time to get that badge. I finally got Taste Tester. And even though the sewer flooded before he could get to the boss fight, it was still definitely worth it. Getting this badge has been one of my dreams for like over a year, and I'm so glad that I finally got it. The next badges I'm gonna get are the normal ending hardcore modes and the Easter ending hardcore modes. To get the You Win hardcore mode badge, you need to be the normal ending as the guest. And to get the Deviled Eggs hardcore mode badge, you need to be the Easter ending as the guest. These badges might seem a lot easier than Taste Tester and Certified Pro, but they're actually a lot harder. The guest is the hardest character in the game, and these are the reasons why. You spawn with very low energy. You take way more damage than normal. All game passes are disabled. And so much more. But by far the hardest reason why the guest is the hardest character is because the boss fights are so much harder because you can't see any of the boss's attacks. And you also take a lot more damage from all of the attacks. To unlock the guest, first you need to get 10 badges, and then you need to go to this alleyway and click equip. You'll know if you're the guest because you'll have the classic swords. After that, all you need to do is survive until the end of the game. If you want to get this badge, I highly recommend that you play with someone who can help you, because you'll need someone to be your bodyguards to fight for you and protect you. The first badge I wanted to get was the Easter ending hardcore badge. The first thing you'll want to do is loot the entire house and eat all of the food you get. I also recommend you go into the blue room and claim the furthest bed away from the window, which is the one I'm sleeping in. That makes the purgers a lot less likely to aggro on you, because you'll be the furthest person away from them. And the blue room is the first room in the hallway, so it will be likely that the room will have 3 other people who can protect you. You'll want to eat all of your foods apart from the Bloxy Colas. This is because the Bloxy Colas give a speed boost, and it will be useful in places like the boss fight. On the first night, my room got attacked by purgers. I didn't have that much energy, so I got everyone else in the room to fight the purgers. I only hit the purgers once to get the money that drops. Somehow I didn't get hit by the purger when I was going in for the final blow. Normally you would get hit once or twice, but it's worth it for the money that drops. On the second day, there isn't really much danger. I got someone else to do the lies challenge. And the reason why is because the guest only has 15 seconds to do the lies challenge compared to the normal 20 seconds. So it makes the lies challenge a lot harder. And also if you lose, you take a lot more damage than normal. If you want to beat the game in hardcore, I recommend don't do the lies challenge unless if you're really good. I'm not that good at the lies challenge, so I got my sister to do it. And then I went in the basement and started looking for the save codes. And I also ate any food I found and collected any money I found. The safe didn't have money in it, but it had a Bloxy Cola, which is still useful because of the speed boost it gives you. After that, it was dinner time, and the guest actually has a higher chance of getting pizza, but for some reason I just got rejected by the game's RNG. And then we got attacked again, and I did the exact same thing we did the night before, going in for the final blow. Except this time I did actually get hit. It's definitely worth it for the money though. The third day is probably the most boring day of the storyline, as most of it's just hiding in a cupboard and then running to the basement. Everyone else fought the Purgers, and I did the tactic of running in for the final blow to get the 10 bucks at the Purgers drop. Because we closed the door and everyone was killing the Purgers quickly, we only had to fight 2 Purgers, and I had 70 money. It's very important that I got one of the 3 beds that I could sleep in to heal. A lot of people are very nice and understanding, and if you say that you really need the beds, they won't fight you over it. The next day was grocery store day. I carefully went to the grocery store and made sure not to trip on any ice, because ice is very dangerous and you lose 60 energy when you're the guest. My sister bought the super heal. I then used my Robux to buy some money, and then after I bought 60 money, I bought 2 bags of chips. After that, I went home and my sister collected all the ice for the Easter ending. And then later, while everyone else was just fighting the pizza boss, I was casually vibing on the toilet. We got attacked for the final time, and then the next morning we voted for the Easter ending. And then all we had to do was defeat the deviled egg. I died almost instantly, but I decided to respawn because this video isn't about me beating the game in hardcore without dying. This video is about me getting every badge. guys, it happened again. I don't know how or why I died, but I died. I got the Devil's Egg Hardcore Mode badge, but I did respawn twice. I feel a bit bad that I kind of cheated and didn't beat it properly, so I'm gonna make a new break-in video that's harder than Hardcore modes. If you don't want to miss that video, subscribe. If you got this far in the video, I'm sure you're gonna like the next video I'm gonna make. And subscribing is free, you can always unsubscribe later, and I really want to get to 1,000 subscribers. And while you're at it, you may as well like the video. But anyway, now that I got the Devil's Egg Hardcore Mode badge, the next badge I want to get is the You Win Hardcore Mode badge. For the first 4 days, I did almost the exact same thing I did for the Easter ending, so I don't really need to show it. But I'll link the full unedited gameplay of both the normal ending hardcore and the Easter ending hardcore in the description if anyone's interested. The only thing that's different is the ending, so obviously we didn't need to give ice to Chili Charlie, but we went down the sewers. So after I did the parkour, and luckily I didn't drown, it was time to fight Scary Larry. This was the only time I died in the whole run, which I'm gonna take because I've seen a lot of YouTubers attempt this challenge and die like over 5 times. After all that, I twisted the key on Scary Larry's back, and I had officially beaten the game in hardcore. I really wanted to pick up the golden crowbar and get the evil ending, as that would have been a really big flex, but unfortunately I ate all my food and I didn't have max energy. So I guess I had to go with a good ending. If you think I should try to get the evil ending in hardcore without using any Robux, like the video, and I might try to get the evil ending. But anyway, I finally got the You Win Hardcore mode badge. And to be honest, the good ending is kinda satisfying. The final badge I need to get is the final ending gold medal badge. To get this badge, you need to collect Louie the Mouse from Uncle Pete, use the mouse to unlock the secret ending, and then break 307 out of the 310 items in Scary Larry's mansion. In my opinion, this badge is harder to get than every other badge combined, including the hardcore badges, and I want to be honest with you guys, I tried so hard to get it, but I never actually got it. The main reason why is because by the 5th day, most people either end up dying or leaving the game, and there are only maximum 4 players left. And since this badge requires you to break 307 items, and the average player can only break about 50 to 60 items maximum, there are not enough people to get the gold medal. Like, for example, in this run, there were 3 other players on the 3rd day, and then for some reason, all 3 of them ran straight into Scary Larry and ended up dying instantly. So I was on my own for the rest of the game. Because I'm a breaking god, I solo survived until the end of the game, but I only broke 65 items, which is not even close to the gold medal. I've had, I think, 15 other runs, which I survived until the final ending, but there were only 4 players maximum, so yeah, I never actually got the gold medal. I want to upload this video as soon as possible because I haven't uploaded in a while, so I'm not going to get the gold medal in this video, but I will keep trying, and when I actually do get the gold medal, I'll make a video on that and I'll upload the run. It might take a really long time though. I'm also going to be attempting to beat the game in a new challenge which is harder than hardcore, that no one has ever done before, so if you don't want to miss that, then subscribe. If you got this far in the video, I'm sure you'll enjoy that video when it comes out. Trust me, you do not want to miss it. Anyway, thanks for watching.